Alright, welcome back to German with John Berlin. In today's lesson, we'll be continuing the modal verbs, yes, which are the helping verbs which answer the question how. In the last lesson, we got introduced to the 5 main helping modal verbs and the 2 extra ones. So let's quickly recall the 5 modal verbs. First of all, they are just like in the English language, can, should, and must, yes. So they are like in German, können, müssen, sollen. So these are the 3 modal verbs. Then there are 2 extra modal verbs in German which are not there in English, like wollen, which is to want, and dürfen, which is to be allowed. Yes, I'm allowed, you are allowed. The verb is dürfen. And we also did the conjugations of these verbs. So today we'll be revising those conjugations and further getting into the meaning of these modal verbs. So be with me here. The first modal verb we have is können. Now können could be interpreted like can, and to conjugate it, let's do it together like we learned in the last lesson. Let's see if you remember. It's können, it'll become ich kann. Very good. Du kannst, RCS, just like the same in the first person, kann. Then we'll repeat the infinitive, können. Perfect. Then we'll say könnt, yes, and then we'll say können. Fantastic, yes. So these are your modal verbs. That's modal verb können. Now coming to the meaning of können, there are 2 meanings of the modal verb können. Just like in English, you can say I can drive any sports car. It's your ability that you can do that, yes. Or you could say it can rain tomorrow. Yes, it's a possibility that it can rain tomorrow. So in German we call the ability Fähigkeit, the Fähigkeit, and the possibility, the Möglichkeit. So this could have both the meanings. For example, if you want to say I can speak German, it will be counted as your ability. Or if you want to say it can rain tomorrow, it could be your it could be a Möglichkeit, a possibility. So if you want, we could translate this in German as well. So the structure we'll be working upon, but let me just introduce you first. How to say I can speak German. Now you will begin with ich, who, ich. Then you will conjugate the modal verb in first person, ich kann, very good. And then you'll write German, that's Deutsch. And then in the end, you'll put the main verb, that is to speak. And how will you put it? You'll put it in its original form, which is called infinitive form. That means what is the verb to speak? Let's recall, it's sprechen. Perfect. So we'll simply write sprechen. So we will not say ich kann sprechen Deutsch. That's total falsch. That's incorrect. You will say ich kann Deutsch sprechen. The main verb always, and always comes in the end in original form, infinitive form. Perfect. Let's move forward. It can rain tomorrow. So let's get started. It's a passive verb to rain. You cannot say I rain, you rain. It doesn't make sense. All you can say is it rains. So the verb to rain, let's recall, did we learn it? Yes, it's called regnen. So we'll conjugate it for ich, du, sie, es. We'll conjugate it for es. Ich, du, sie, es. And es is, okay, let's get this font corrected. Es, okay, we'll conjugate es kann. And tomorrow is morgen regnen. Fantastic. Es kann morgen regnen. It can rain tomorrow. Yes, you will never say es kann regnen morgen. That's total falsch. The main verb, that's regnen, to rain, will always come in the end in infinitive. Fantastic. Going to the next verb, sollen. In German, sollen, and in English, it could be interpreted like soll. Excuse me. Should be should. Yes, sometimes the language mixes me up. Okay, so sollen could be interpreted like should in German. Yes, in English. And let's find out how to conjugate sollen. Let's see if we remember it still. And we'll see the conjugation looks like. Very easy conjugation. Ich soll, du sollst, sie soll, wir sollen, ihr sollt, sie, sie sollen. Fantastic. Yes, that's the conjugation. And coming to the meaning, whenever you use should in English, it also kind of means something is ideal. I should eat green vegetables. I should run each day. I should walk each day. I should learn something new each day. These are all ideal things which one should do. Yes, so you could say basically something, when something is ideal, you call it sollen. Yes, so for example, I have a sentence here. I should eat vegetable. Let's translate this in German. Okay, so we'll conjugate for ich, that's I, and the conjugation is soll. Then we'll say vegetable, that's the Gemüse in Deutsch. The, or simply we'll write Gemüse. Gemüse. Yes, what is the verb to eat? Let's recall, it's essen. Fantastic. Ich soll Gemüse essen. I should eat vegetables. I should not smoke cigarettes. Yes. Let's find out. So we'll basically begin with ich, then we'll conjugate for ich. It'll be ich soll. Then what is cigarettes in German? It's Zigarretten. Perfect. Ich soll Zigaretten nicht rauchen. What is the verb to smoke? Rauchen. So I should not smoke cigarettes. Ich soll Zigaretten nicht rauchen. Fantastic. Yes. So what you should do, what you shouldn't do, what's ideal, what's not ideal, that is the verb sollen. Okay, let's move forward. The third verb we learned is müssen. Now müssen is interpreted like must in English, and we'll see if we remember the conjugation. Help me out. Ich muss. Very good. Will it be triple S? No, it'll just be must. Very good. And it'll also be must in RCS. Fantastic. Wir müssen with an umlaut, like in the infinitive form. Ihr müsst with an umlaut. Fantastic. And Sie, Sie müssen. Fantastic. Yes. So we got the conjugations right. The meaning is clear. It is one's duty. When it is your duty, you must do it. Yes. So let's find out what is one's duty, what is not. So let's say I must go to work each day. That's my duty. So let's write here. Okay. So I'll conjugate for ich. It's ich. The conjugation is muss. Very good. Now to work each day. So first we'll in German mention the time. Jeden Tag, every day. Yes. Then we'll say the place, that is to work. In German we'll write zur Arbeit. Zur Arbeit. Very good. And then we'll introduce the main verb in the end, which is gehen, to go. Gehen. So the way we say zur Arbeit, we'll be learning when we do prepositions. Don't worry about that. And jeden Tag is simply each day. It's an adjective, jeden. So yes, ich muss jeden Tag zur Arbeit gehen. I must go to work each day. Now moving forward, I have another sentence here. I must not keep neighbor's garbage out. Or we could also negate the sentence like we learned earlier. There are two ways to negate a sentence. Either we could negate the verb like we have negated here, not put the garbage out. Yes. So not keep the garbage out. That's I've negated the verb keep. I could also negate the noun, that is the garbage. That means I could say I must keep no garbage of my neighbor out. Yes. Fantastic. So these are two ways which we can do it. I must keep no garbage or I must not keep neighbor's garbage. Yes. So it's both correct sentences. First, we'll go with the first one in which we are negating the verb, and we'll do it with nicht, like you remember. Yes. So we'll say ich muss, then we'll say what? The neighbor's garbage, or ich muss nicht. Yes, you could also put nicht here. I must not. Ich muss nicht neighbor's garbage. That's garbage is Müll in German, and das Müll, you could say das Müll von dem Nachbar. You could say von dem Nachbar, or you could also make genitive. Yes, des Nachbars, that's of the Nachbar as well, genitive. Nach draußen is outside. Yes. Stellen. Okay, fantastic. Yes. Okay, I must not keep the garbage of the neighbor outside. That's not my duty. And you could also put nicht in the end with stellen. Yes. You could also say Ich muss das Müll des Nachbars nach draußen nicht stellen. So here is the verb stellen and here is nicht, both written together. Yeah, so nicht is negating the verb. Now we could also say it like this: I must keep no garbage of my neighbor outside. It will be ich muss das Müll, or not das Müll, that's the catch. We need to write negative article. What's the negative article? We'll be negating the noun. That's kein. So it's basically what must I keep? No garbage. That means accusative negative article. Neutrum. That will be keinen, keine, kein. Perfect. Kein. Kein Müll. Yes. Des Nachbars nach draußen stellen. Fantastic. Yeah. Super. So this was the sentence about the duty. One is my duty to go to work. One is not my duty to put out neighbor's garbage. Perfect. Now we'll go with the next verb. That is, now we finished the first three verbs which look like in the English language: can, should, and must. Now we'll be doing the verb dürfen, which is not there in English. It means to be allowed. Let's write the meaning: to be allowed. Yes, it could be interpreted like it's to have permission. Yes, to be allowed. So I'm allowed to drive the car. Let's write it here. So we'll first conjugate, which I totally skipped. Okay, so we'll conjugate. Let's see if we remember. The verb is dürfen. It'll change completely. It'll look like ich darf. Du darfst. As yes, the repetition of the first person. Then wir dürfen. Ihr dürft. Yes, sie, sie dürfen. Fantastic. Yes. And then we'll basically use these conjugations to make the sentence here. First sentence is, I'm allowed to drive the car. So who is allowed? I, ich. Very good. We'll write ich. And we'll conjugate dürfen. It's ich darf. So I'll write ich darf. Then ich darf what? The car. Drive the car. So first we'll write the car. What is car? Car is neutrum. We'll go to den, die, das Auto. And the verb to drive is fahren. We'll write it in the end. Ich darf das Auto fahren. Fantastic. I'm allowed to drive the car. We are not allowed to go out during Corona. Okay, so we'll write basically we are. That means we'll conjugate for who? Wir. So we'll write wir. The conjugation is like the infinitive. Yes. So let's write the infinitive. Moment. Yes. Wir dürfen. That's the infinitive form. Now we'll first introduce the time. That's during Corona. That's we could use a preposition called während. Yes, that means during Corona. We could write Corona. Not go out during Corona. Nicht nach draußen. Very good. Okay, nach draußen gehen. Yes, perfect. We're not allowed to go during Corona outside. So we have negated the verb. We could also write nicht in the end. Wir sollten während Corona nach draußen nicht gehen. Yes, here the verb and the adverb are together. Nicht gehen. Fantastic. Going to the last modal verb on the list, the original last modal verb, which is wollen. The meaning of wollen is interpreted in two ways. It could be meant to say what, to want. So yes, to want or to wish. Fantastic. Let's conjugate. And it'll not be like wohl, which people sometimes say. It's will. Ich will. Du willst. Yes, will. We need to remember this. Wir wollen. Ihr wollt. Sie, sie wollen. Yes. Fantastic. Now we'll describe one want and describe one wish. Let's find out. So I want to order a pizza. You could say who wants to order? Ich. Verb is wollen. We'll conjugate it for ich. It'll be ich will. Very good. What? A pizza. It's feminine. neutral, it's feminine, and it's what? Accusative. Eine Pizza. Yes. What is the verb to order? In German, you call it bestellen. Ich will eine Pizza bestellen. So this is like a want. Then it could also be interpreted like a wish. I wish to travel the world. Ich will, what is the world? Die Welt. Accusative, yes, den, die, das, it's die Welt. Reisen, fantastic. It's to travel. Ich will die Welt reisen. So this is like a, you could say, a wish. Perfect. All right, fantastic. We go to the next two verbs, which are basically both a modal verb and both an independent verb as well. So the first verb is mögen, and we already know the meaning of mögen is, we have learned earlier, it's to like. Fantastic. So we conjugate the verb mögen, and let's see how it looks. So it looks like ich mag, du magst, sie es mag, wir mögen, ihr mögt, and sie, sie mögen. Fantastic, yes. Okay, moving forward, we'll use this verb both as a modal verb and as an independent verb. Now, let's find out when you use mögen like modal verb, you could basically use it like the verb, the meaning says to like, and we'll also learn in the future it also means probability. That means may. Yes, so this is something advanced, but it's pretty easy to understand, so we'll do it right now. You could use mögen like ich mag, like I may. Yes. Okay, let's find out. So I like to sing. Yes, I like to sing. You could simply say, basically it's like a modal verb here. You have a main verb to sing. So you'll write ich mag singen. Okay, ich mag singen. And then I like it. Now you could, as I said, it's basically simply interpreted like to like as well with independent verb. So you say I like it. You could say ich mag es. Yes, no other verb in the end. It's an independent verb, independent sentence. Now I could also say I may come. I may come. So ich mag kommen. Yes, I may come. Fantastic. So we have learned the meaning of mögen, it's to like, and let's put a slash and also write may. So I like to sing, I simply like it. So here it's a modal verb, independent verb, and here it's also a modal verb, but it is used with, it's used in the sense of may. So basically two meanings. Fantastic. Now we go to möchten, which is just a form of mögen, but we'll learn it anyhow. It's called conjunctive 2. We just add a would in front of the verb, and basically it'll look like this, would like. Yes, conjugate möchten, and ich möchte, du möchtest, sie es, it'll again be möchte. Yes, let's write here möchte, wir möchten, very good, ihr möchtet, sie, sie möchten. Fantastic. So we got the hang of the verb. The meaning of möchten, as I said, is would like. It is also used to make a wish, but the verb we used earlier, which was wollen, was used basically to make a straightforward wish. Yes, I wish to travel the world. But mögen is basically a polite form and mostly used in a direct dialogue to someone. Like you're in a restaurant, you want to order something, you will not say ich will eine Pizza bestellen. It might become a little too straightforward. You could rather say ich möchte eine Pizza bestellen. That's like I would like. It's a little more polite, yes? So let's find out. Let's find out the sentences here. I would like to order a pizza. It's used like a modal verb. I could say ich, who? It's ich. The verb is möchten, conjugated first person. Ich möchte what? Eine Pizza. It's feminine. Bestellen. Okay. It's to order. Now I could also use it like an independent verb, and I could simply say I would like a pizza. Yes, I could say ich möchte eine Pizza. Yes, I would like a pizza. So both are right. Yes, so these last two verbs we did are semi-modal verbs. They could be used independently as well, like we saw here, ich möchte eine Pizza, ich mag es. Yes, so perfect. So this much for today. In this lesson, we'll continue with the practice for modal verbs. So catch me in the next lesson. Till then, this is John Berlin signing off.